Well, everyone, we're getting close to the end of the season, aren't we? This one and episode 12, yeah, that's it. It's been a hell of a ride, though. Anyway, let's talk about episode 11. So, it is now December, which means...
it's Christmas!
Also, it means that we're getting close to the Christmas party and the countdown concert. Why, hello again, Michiru on the big screen. So we got Happy around hanging out at the Cafe Vinyl, and they're talking about Christmas and the big Christmas party that is coming up. Mooney brings up the idea of Santa costumes, and we got to see Ray in a reindeer costume, and it is straight up adorable. Though Maho was quick to say, hey, let's work on that later, and we need to figure out what kind of performance we need to put on. And then Rinku goes... Rinku suggests a collab performance. She loved the Photon Maiden Lyrical Lily performance from episode 9, and the fact that that one was on Halloween. Having a collab performance for Christmas would be even more special, and it would definitely bring more hype. Rinku is on, she wants to do it. Like, she is set that this is happening. But of course, they gotta talk to others about this to make sure it'll work out, right? So, they discuss it at the meeting, and Haruna and Miyu, they see no issue with it at all. So, now we need to know who's going to join Happy Around in this tag team effort. Well, Asura brings up that the next unit due to do a collab is Piki Piki. Plus, the only units that haven't collabed so far happen to be those two in particular. Happy Around is definitely on board, but Maho, she looks over to Shinobu, who she looks like she's in pretty deep thought. So, does she hate the idea? She doesn't like it.
The way you feel.
One kiss is all it takes.
Falling in love with me.
But, however, you gotta remember, it makes sense, as Christmas time is a special time to Piki Piki. This is when they formed as a unit, on Christmas Day. So, Kyoko, Esra, and Yuka notice this at lunch, and Kyoko wonders if Shinobu didn't like the idea of a collab concert. Shinobu answers that it's not that she doesn't want to do it, but if they are doing it, the performance quality needs to be high. And again, makes sense. This fits with the common theme with every unit in All-Mix so far this season. And that's to find the next challenge and that next step forward that makes them even better. Really, that goes back to Double Mix, too. When you look at, how Rondo and Mermaid wanted to continue to grow, and now here we are in All Mix. She, of course, does bring up how Christmas is special to them as a unit, like I just mentioned. So Shinobu decides to sit down and chat with Maho. Shinobu has a request that if they are doing this collab, the performance quality needs to be high. It needs to kick ass. There needs to be a strong song out of this. And spoiler alert, it's a fucking banger. So she wants both units to make this together. Kyoko will write the lyrics, Shinobu will mix and master the song, and Happy Around will make the beats and melody. This is not a Piki Piki song. That was, brought up by Shinobu. This is not a Piki Piki song. It's a Happy Around and Piki Piki song. So, Shinobu basically tops us all off with, show us how good Happy Around has got. She is absolutely throwing a huge challenge to Maho here, but this is a way to help grow and showcase how far Happy Around has come since the start of everything. I mean, they kind of just formed after Rinku, found Maho when she heard that song in particular. Wow Wow War Tonight. Thank you. That's what it was called. And then it kind of went from there. They met Mooney, or Rinku reunited with Mooney. Then they met Ray. And then suddenly, they got to perform on the Sunset stage. They knocked off Photon Maiden. And in terms of March Madness, since that's going on, that's like a 16 beating a 1 almost. Okay, maybe a 15 beating a 2. Because Piki Piki is definitely a 1 seed. But still, it's close to that vibe that they knocked off a professional unit at the time, like Photon Maiden. Oh yeah, look! Maho's got a Switch. What's her friend code? So we're back at the cafe. Maho stayed up all night working on this collab as they are talking about what Shinobu told Maho. Though, Ray asks a rather interesting question. Quote, does whether they collaborate on the song or not depends on the quality of the song. Was this similar to an audition? Now, Mooney agrees that that's probably what they meant, but Ray was pretty explicit, and she brings up, but being that explicit could put a ton of pressure on Maho, and, poor Ray, she felt bad, but she's precious, she didn't mean that. All is forgiven, Ray. Don't worry. Maho, however, knows for a fact that's what it meant, which only pissed Mooney off for fun, right? Now, I would play Under Pressure by Queen, but, YouTube would give me a Stone Cold Stunner for that. They would give me a pedigree. Any other WWE finisher in the books, they would. Later, as Maho works on the song, she thinks back to what Ray said earlier, and instead of feeling intimidated, she felt more determined than ever. And she knows that this song has to be a banger. It has to be top notch. So she is grinding until like 3 in the morning. And, as she's taking a break, she looks back to when Rinku performed with Piki Piki during the Christmas party in First Mix. She knows that she wasn't on that stage with them, but this time, she wants to be. Again, we get a callback to First Mix, and Shinobu simply told Maho to make Happy Around better than Piki Piki. Because we all know it's been established that, Piki Piki is kind of that, top tier. They're on the top, they are one of the best units out there. If you want to make someone shine, you have to shine too, as Maho remembers what Shinobu said. So Maho stays up all night and she gets it all done and presents it to Ray. And she said that Happy Round has never done a beat like this before. It's all about trying something new. Maho was about all that, and Ray was on board with that too.
頼んだよ、相棒。
You're mad, I'm back!
Later into the night, Ray thinks back on what she said and about how this felt more like an audition. She does agree that saying it out loud does create pressure, even if she was the one to say it out loud. And then she gets to work. Then the next morning, Rinku does find Ray, and oh dear God, I just want to give her a hug. Ray's too precious, like seriously. She was one of the first characters that I kind of connected to and liked early on. She's just precious. Can anyone else here agree that Ray is just fucking precious? Then we get Rinku and Yuka working on perfecting their dance moves with Dahlia. Makes sense. I mean, Dahlia's one hell of a dancer to begin with. It may have been grueling and exhausting, but it is agreed that it is too early to go down. Here, that's when Rinku then realizes that she is seeing Maho and Ray bust their asses for this song. She knows that she has to work as hard as them to make this work. Mooney, on the same boat too. She knows she can't be lazy all night, so it was time to hit that grind. I see the scene. I know Ray is playing what she's got for Maho, but I legit thought for a split second that Maho had fallen asleep here. Just the way it looked. Obviously, she had like the bags under her eyes. She was really tired. Don't worry though, she's been awake. She was awake this whole time. So anyway, how does Maho feel about it?
It is bussin'!
It's perfect. And she would love to send the file to Shinobu with the approval of Rinku and Mooney. So, the demo is sent off to Shinobu, and yeah, she's loving it. She sees that Maho is really going at Shinobu hard with this one. She's like a defensive lineman ready to sack the QB. She looks back to when she first met Kyoko and knows that things can't be the same forever. Shinobu has a great mindset here, as she knows, I can't let them catch me. I want to stay ahead of the game. And I think that's a great mentality to have. So the next morning, Shinobu approaches Happy Round to talk about the Christmas performance. Shinobu approved. And then Rinku just...
Dude, I freaking love you, man.
She's just going to straight up kiss Shinobu like Mooney's trying to pry her off like, what are you doing? Get off of her! God. Oh, God. Rinku, she's sweet, She's just... Oh my God, that scene was just too damn funny. Good God. Rinku still wants to make sure that she's working as hard. So, she goes over to Yuka and Ibuki for some help on her stamina. So Rinku, she's on that grind. She's going all out for this. Hey, I'll take things you love to see for 500, Alex. Remember the Yuka Jennifer Sasago method. No pain, no gain, no abs. We love that Yuka fitness, as of course, she's got to take a pic of her abs afterwards. She always does, right? Then Rinku decides to have her progress recorded with a pic and invites Ibuki, which is just plain adorable as Mooney watches on.
Hello.
Mooney sees that Rinku is kicking it into high gear, which is pretty much making her kick it into high gear. Oh dear God, flashback, small alert! Holy shit, small alert! So how did this song go? I gotta say, I think this one might have just topped the charts for me. D4DJ just keeps producing banger after banger after banger, especially for this season and for this anime. The song went absolutely hard, and yeah, absolute banger. That song kicked ass and chewed bubblegum and all that good stuff. And yeah, Happy Round set out what they wanted to do, and they did it. They went out and they kicked ass with this high quality song with Piki Piki. They kicked ass completely. So yeah, just another great episode overall. I loved it, and yeah, I can't believe there's one episode left. I'm so bummed. And again, sorry I've been behind on things. I apologize. I will get the episode 12 review out and all that fun stuff. I have already seen it. It's beautiful. It was amazing. And we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. So, yeah, seriously, let me know what you guys think of this episode down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for your support. It's been great seeing this channel grow a little bit since I've been making these videos. Hey man, the D4DJ, the DJ girls are great. That's all I can say. We early on in 2023, things going a little crazy out there, but we are blessed with the DJ girls, and that's a good thing. So, thank you guys so much. We'll talk about episode 12, and I'll see you in the next video.